A hilarious new stand-up special from comedy legend Jim Gaffigan, The Skinny, is coming to Hulu November 22nd. This Thanksgiving, see Jim in a whole new light as he gives you the inside scoop on everything from parenting teenagers to weight loss and gaslighting family members. For everyone in need of a happy hour, the new hilarious stand-up special, Jim Gaffigan, The Skinny, premieres November 22nd, streaming on Hulu.
The holidays are all about sharing with family. Meals, couches, stories, grandma's secret pecan pie recipe. And now you can also share a cart with Instacart's family carts. Everyone can add what they want to one group cart from wherever they are. So you don't have to go from room to room to find out who wants cranberry sauce, or whether you should get mini marshmallows for the yams, or collecting votes for sugar cookies versus shortbread. Just share a cart. And then share the meals and the moments. Download the Instacart app and get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your first 3 orders. Service fees and terms apply.
Ask me, ask Iliza anything. It's time to ask. Ask me all your questions. Leave them in the Instagram comment section. Leave them on your Twitter or leave them on your Facebook. We'll see them, we'll read them, then we'll give you answers. You know it, I've got it. I've got the answer, you ask me. I'll tell you anything.
That song is so catchy. Like, yes, I'm a musical prodigy, and I didn't even write it. I just sang it, sight unseen, hearing unheard, having heard the song once.
But you wrote it in terms of you came up with the lyrics.
I came up with it right then and there. Ask me, ask Iliza anything. It's time to ask. Ask me all your questions. Leave them in the Instagram comment section. Leave them on your Facebook. Best part, leave them on your Twitter. I sang it in the airport. I did a really good job.
Everybody just heard that song
I know,
before
but
you sang it.
They like it.
Okay.
And you know what? There's a 15-second skip ahead button on your
One
podcast.
person hates it.
Well, that person can S a D. We're going to jump right into it. We're going to start out with a very gross but not uncommon question. Emily's going to kick it off.
All right.
Oh, wait. Welcome to Ask Iliza Anything, the podcast where we get your life right. Hit it.
Addie Jane 6 wants to know, as a married woman, do you struggle to deal with guy hygiene? My husband is a total gross out. His hygiene has gone downhill since we got married. At this point, I don't want to be touched by him at all.
Whoa.
All of my friends assure me that this is a normal guy thing, but we haven't been intimate since my daughter was born 5 months ago, which I'm sure is just adding to the strain in our already struggling relationship. Any attempt to breach the subject with him ends in an argument and accusations that I'm just unreasonable and mean. What to do?
I think he's cheating on you and has an STD. I rarely hear this kind of discussion anyway, but it's usually the guy like, come on, you had the kid already. It's go time. Let me push up in that. And you're like, it's still raw. I'm just saying. So it's rare that you hear a woman like, come on, I'm super horned up. Let's go. Put it in.
But she's saying that all of her friends agree that their husbands also have lost their hygiene.
You know what? This hyperbole, all of them.
But
I always say, I'm like, everyone hates me. And you're like,
That's
really?
your
It's only
favorite.
like 35 people.
Okay, but so first, how about let's address the hygiene question first.
Okay. That's not normal. And honestly, men are very sexually driven. So the fact that he could do anything, he could do a small thing to make you more attracted to him and he wouldn't, is weird. It's weird that you got married and it's gone downhill from there. I understand you get married and you're like, who cares? Like, I definitely, you don't have that call of the wild, as my mom would call it. I know, but like, you don't need to dress up as much, but basic hygiene, flossing, clipping your nails, clipping your scratchers. I think there's something else going on there.
It seems like it could be depression. I mean,
Sounds
I don't
like
think
he has postpartum.
Postpartum. I mean, I don't think the hygiene is tied to, I think, not being intimate. Like, there's definitely something else going on that's causing all of these.
That's what I
side
said.
effects.
That's why it's my show.
Right.
Something else is going on there. And honestly, if you're married to someone that you can't have a conversation with, like, that's a bigger issue. Like, and I'm not saying I have the perfect marriage, but there's nothing that I could say to him. There's nothing that I feel like I couldn't talk about with him.
Well,
So I
he's
think that's a
probably
bigger issue.
embarrassed, so it's hard to have a
Probably
conversation.
embarrassed because his dick smells.
Well-
And he's like, I don't want to get it near my baby maker. I just think I think you're dealing with a couple of issues here. And it's also a lack of respect. Like if he, personal hygiene is about respect for your fellow citizens. Like
and yourself.
Not wearing deodorant, like you may not dislike the way you smell, but like it's rude. And it's like, oh, different cultures. Okay, well, when you're in this culture, fucking clean up your shit. All right? So don't be a stink. It is rude. Other people, your olfactory encroachment on other people's nasal passages, it's rude. And if you know it, if someone tells it to you, it's one thing if you don't know you stink, but you know when you stink. Like Blanche knows she's stinky. You know you're stinky. So that's it. The kid thing, it's weird to have a woman be like, come on, let's get it in. It's fucking go time. It's time to fuck. And the guy's like, oh, I'm just not ready.
Well, I think that they need a third part. They need some counseling.
You need some counseling and you need to ask him what's up. He either has cheated on you.
No.
Or something is wrong. I think he has depression.
I think something's wrong. He's depressed or he's
So
just
that's what to
having
do. And if you don't do anything about it, you're complicit. So, and if he doesn't want to see a doctor or something like a psychiatrist or a psychologist or at least talk with like a therapist, you don't have to go full on like straight jacket. I almost said full on Full Metal Jacket. You don't have to enlist in the army a long time ago. But if he's not willing to talk about it, you should probably leave that person and leave that stink behind. Ask Iliza anything. Next question from Anonymous.
Yeah,
That's another option, by the way. She attached her name to that. Now, only a true psycho is going to go back, listen to this, figure out the spelling, find the social media outlet she reached out to us on. But if you want to ask something anonymously, you can. We won't betray your trust.
No, we take any DMs to the Ask Iliza Instagram. We will not say your name.
We might say your name.
No, we're not going to say your
watch out.
names.
Don't fuck me over. And make sure to visit fabletics.com. I'm just promo code Iliza. Okay, Anon. Hit
Anon.
it. Kick it.
What do you do when you're trying to get over an ex that you work with, so see all the time, but you haven't met anyone new to distract you?
Again, nobody ever gives the details. Or do you work at like Hewlett-Packard headquarters because you're a CEO, or is this like the Wiener Hut for a winter gig?
Let's assume somewhere in between, like a job that's a career.
Like a job, okay. Like it's like not great,
You're
but
not
this is your
leaving
job.
the job.
You got to find that other distraction. That's it. But these questions are terrible. What do? You look hot every single day. You make them regret having been shitty so you had to leave or them leaving you. You put all your energy into looking like you don't care. Then you get on that app and you find someone else to distract you. 6 months from now, you'll be like, oh my God, why did I care? That's it. That's what to do. Or leave the job. It doesn't sound like a good one. It doesn't sound like you're very happy there.
What? No, that is in no way can be inferred from this question.
But even the fact that you said haven't met someone new to distract you infers that you're smart enough to know you need a new distraction. So go out and get that distraction. Any person at any attractive level, doesn't matter how ugly you are, can find someone else to obsess over. I suggest you start stalking a neighbor, maybe someone else at work.
No more work.
Right,
That
no
was
more
the
work.
first
And maybe you learned
problem.
your lesson. Because again, if, maybe you thought it was going to be for the long haul and it wasn't. So either switch jobs or take up a hobby, like stalking. Can't have dead air. I was taking a sip of my juice and you stopped laughing.
I'm assessing.
And now people are at home
I'm
like, did my
assessing the
podcast stop?
situation?
No, it's okay. Next question. The answer is go get a new distraction.
But how?
Or
That's not that easy.
The
How?
new distraction doesn't have to be a person. It could be you go out and you go on a spending spree and you rack up so much credit card debt. Hold on. That's what keeps you up at night. And now you have a new thing to focus on.
What about a hobby?
I mean, I don't have any hobbies
But you have
other than bothering you.
things that distract you. You have things that keep you busy. This
Here's the-
person needs something to keep them busy.
Okay, here's the other thing. And this is specifically to women because you are attractive. People find you attractive when you focus on yourself. Not selfish, like, oh my God, there's a flood and I'm only saving myself. But in terms of making yourself happy, I totally get it. It's bullshit when it's like, there's more to life than guys. Yeah, there are, but dudes are a big part of it. And the pursuit of dudes and going out and dressing up and going to bars and thinking about boys. This is all so enmeshed in our objective and our goals and the way we exist. And anyone who says it isn't is kind of a liar or a little delusional. That being said, you can shelve it for a day, have a yoga class or join a group or find a hobby, clean your apartment, if you focus on yourself, even in the act of doing that, the universe will send things to you. So that's what it is. You honestly maybe don't even necessarily need a distraction. This took a lot to pry this out of me, but maybe focus on yourself, and in doing so, your light will get a little bit brighter. But it really is that. Girls are like, I just want to make myself happy. And a lot of times they go out and they take pictures and they go to champagne and they go to bars, and it's all still in the pursuit of men. Do something that is like, go read to kids. I signed up for that. Go serve food to the homeless. I'm doing that. I mean, I already have a husband. I'm just saying.
Real brag sesh.
I am bragging. I'm a really good person. But go do something that doesn't directly serve your purpose. Like maybe try focusing on helping other people. Mm-hmm. And it'll take your mind off of this ache of your ex and the pursuit of a new guy. And in doing that, you will find someone. Thanks so much for listening.
Oh, boy.
Fall has fallen, winter is on its way, the days are shorter. But just because, well, they feel shorter. And just because the days feel shorter doesn't mean your to-do list gets any shorter. You still have to power through your busy days. And a great way to do that is with nutritious food from Factor's no prep, no mess meals. At the end of a short day in the fall or the winter, the last thing you want to do is have to cook. Factor has got you covered from breakfast, snacks, dinner, anything in between. Factor has easy, nutritious options to keep you fueled, like their chicken Florentine with spinach and garlic chili cauliflower. You bet. That's what I want to make myself at the end of a day where I am exhausted and my husband isn't home. Whether you like routine or you enjoy mixing things up, Factor has you covered with 35 different delicious meals every week and over 60 additional convenience options you can add on, like keto cookies, pressed juices, and smoothies. And because Factor meals are chef prepared and dietitian approved, you're going to love not only Factor's meals taste, but also how they support your goals, even if your goal was just making yourself dinner. Head to factormeals.com/Iliza50 and use code Iliza50 to get 50% off your first box and 20% off your next month. That's code Iliza50 at factormeals.com/Iliza50 to get 50% off your first box, plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. The holidays are here. And for a lot of us, the holidays mean decorating, hosting, celebrating. For me, it means a lot of traveling. And nothing feels better year-round, but especially during the cozy holidays, than a restful night's sleep in soft, luxurious sheets. Boll & Branch's signature sheets are made with the finest 100% organic cotton, and they get softer with every single wash. You already know that I got Boll & Branch this summer when I needed breathable sheets to sleep in, but this holiday season, I'm actually gifting some of my friends and family Boll & Branch's Ultimate Softness Bundle. I get to choose a signature hem sheet set in any color, a signature hem pillow set, and a waffle bed blanket. And they're all getting juniper because I think it's a classy color. This way you know you have something nice to sleep on when you visit. It's the perfect gift for you and them. Gift you and your loved ones a better night's sleep with Boll & Branch. And right now is their best offer of the entire year. For 25% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets, head to bollandbranch.com/Iliza. That's Boll & Branch, BOLLAND branch.com/Iliza for 25% off. Limited time only, exclusions apply. See site for details. So finally, fall is here. I have been looking forward to it. I have had a hard year in a good way. You know, like I had a baby. I have been on a nonstop tour, nonstop traveling, and it's been hot. So I'm looking forward to, of course, pumpkin spice, everything, cooler weather, and slipping into a cozy sweater from Quince. I've talked about Quince before. Quince has beautiful leather jackets, cotton cardigans, soft denim, and so much more. All Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Dressing expensive doesn't have to be expensive. Their clothing is beautiful, it's durable, it stands the test of time, and it's what I like to call a capsule wardrobe. I got an Italian wool cocoon coat. That's one of those, you know, it's got like a European collar and it covers my butt so I can walk around New York City and not be chilly. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices. Get cozy in Quince's high-quality wardrobe essentials. Go to quince.com/Iliza for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/Iliza to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Iliza.
Okay, this next question, this person thinks they're getting proposed to maybe at Disneyland. This is going to come out after Christmas, but
I don't like that.
But I think we can still address the core question, which is, I've been with my spouse for over 3 years now, and lately I've been feeling the pressure and I am really wanting an engagement within the next year. But when I mention this to him, he always says, maybe in a few
years.
I'm worried that maybe he's not committed to me and I could be wasting my time on a future with broken promises. I am close to 30, so my biological clock is ticking, but he's younger than me and he is so relaxed about everything. What do I do? What would you do to try and get someone to commit to you? We're going to Disneyland for Christmas, and I'm hoping maybe it'll happen then. Anyway, please give me some advice as an intelligent married person. So
Okay.
this is post-Christmas.
Right, we've already come out of Christmas, folks.
So let's say he did not propose.
Probably not going to get an update from this person. Let's say he didn't propose. My issue with what you've written is this sentence. What would you do to try and get someone to commit to you? I would not do anything. I'd be like, you see this body? You see this puss and this mind and like how much fun I have? Be gone. You shouldn't have to. Men chase women. It doesn't go the other way. That's how you get labeled a psycho. I get that you love him, but like it shouldn't be, he should want to be with you. The man should always love the woman a little bit more. He should want to be with you. He should be bringing it up. At 30, you're fine. Your biological clock is fine. Like, I don't know what your genetics are, but like, it's fine. It's not,
she's not even 30. She's close to 30.
yeah, you're not like 42 and like running on one egg. So it's not so much that, but you sound like you want a family and kids. And I can't impress this upon women enough. Like, you shouldn't have to chase him. Every intelligent woman knows that. You shouldn't have to make him commit to you. He should want to do it. And the fact that when you bring it up, he gets annoyed, huge red flag. Again, like, you should be in a relationship with someone who is willing to talk. Not ad nauseum, but if you broach a subject, they don't send up like a terror alert level orange.
Maybe
or 5,
in a few
or is it
years
1?
is such a
DEFCON
long time.
1.
Is it
One
1
of
or
them is
5 that's the worst?
I can't ever remember. I think it's 1 is the
It's the
worst.
worst.
Because like 5 seems like it'd be the worst, but it's not.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think so too. I've Wikipedia'd it more than 5 times. More than DEFCON 5 times. What were you saying? Also, don't go to Disneyland for Christmas.
Well, it's too late. They've already gone.
Well, you
May
said
or
he's
may not
younger
have
than
been.
you.
I wonder, number one, how much younger.
He's like 15.
Because to say maybe in a few years, that is a lot of time. Like, they've been together 3 years. Maybe in the same, double the amount of time we've been together now.
It's weird that you've been together that long and he doesn't think about marriage. But then again, in your 20s, you're not thinking about it as much unless you're from the Midwest.
Right.
So I just think, I think it's scary to have been with someone. I have friends that have dealt with this where you're with someone for so long. You're like, well, I better just stay on this pot, even though I'm not shitting. I better just glue my butt cheeks to this pot because who knows? Maybe one day I will shit. But I don't know. I don't believe in bird in the hand. I think get out of there. This guy sounds like a tool. I dressed as Aladdin for Christmas.
You know, you're not allowed to dress up exactly as the characters when you go to the park because it could
What?
confuse people.
No, what if you don't look anything like it?
No, you're not allowed. But there is like this
What if you're
undercover Disney cosplay that people do where they'll be like just a yellow skirt and like a top with overalls and they're like a belle, you know? But you're not allowed to dress up as the character because you might confuse kids.
I don't well, the kids shouldn't be there. This is
At
for adults who have weird
Disneyland?
fetishes. Yeah, happiest place on earth.
No, but here's the thing. This person also needs to have a conversation. Like I'm sure
expensive. Disneyland at Christmas.
it's so much
Like
money.
goodbye
He
to your
better have
wedding fund.
proposed.
Yeah.
But it's just, they need to discuss what the timeline is. Maybe in a few years is not an acceptable
The
answer.
fact that he said maybe in a few years, go get me another beer.
It seems like a casual, like they didn't sit down and have a conversation. Probably because that's uncomfortable to do. Like it's scary to ask someone. But you just got to talk. If you think you're going to marry him, you got to be able to talk to him and say, look, what are we waiting for?
What are we waiting for? But also, as a girl, like it's already the deck is stacked against you because it's like, whoa, calm down, psycho. You are more than allowed to ask that question. And the normal thing is like, what are we thinking? And him to be like, I'm thinking within the next year or so. Give him a chance to save up or to decide how he wants to do it. Maybe in the next 3 years. He just pulled that answer out of his butthole. That's what happened.
That's just a very long time. It's not like, oh, when we're more, I'm going to get a promotion or we're going to get it's like just maybe at some point.
Here's an arbitrary clumping of years. This person does not he seems like he's just coasting along and you probably take really good care of him and are sweet to him. And he's like, this is fine. Who cares? Get out of there. Just leave in the middle of the night.
No,
Just
but
leave the door open. Just a trail of Gap shirts.
update us on how Christmas went.
Yeah, we want an update. I think
you-
everyone's going to want that.
Are you engaged?
Are you engaged, Disneyland Christmas? What happened? I kind of hope you left him. He sounds awful.
It's going to be like, yeah, our wedding is in 10 years.
Yeah, he says in 10 years when my eggs are grape or raisin sized and ready to go. All
Are
right.
they going to have the wedding at Disneyland?
Please don't do that. Next question.
Next question. How can girls shoot their shot without it being weird?
The fuck does that mean?
Thanks for being such an inspiration.
You're
woman.
welcome.
That's like, like saying to somebody you're interested.
Without it being
Because
weird.
you literally just said, like, the guy should always be more interested. The girl, the
Yeah.
guy should be chasing the girl.
Yes.
Girls aren't. So if you're a girl that's want to say something.
Hold on. Quit flapping your gills. Your gee flaps. Two things. One, in the grand scheme of things, men are the hunters. So you shouldn't have to chase him. Hitting on a guy is not the same. Going up to a guy, maybe he's shy and you're like, hi. And he's like, oh, I was so nervous to talk to you. You're so pretty. In a microcosm of a moment, it's not a big deal. How can you shoot your shot without it being weird? I don't know. Are you weird? There seems to be this thing with like millennials and like young people like acting weird is like the thing. And a lot of people are socially inept, but a lot of people also think it's like a personality trait to be weird and uncomfortable. And I find it despicable. Look someone in the eye.
Despicable.
I do. I think it's a shitty energy to put on someone. I was talking to someone recently. They were like, yeah, I just kind of like hang back and let people talk and I don't really talk back. And it's like, cool. So you're a piece of shit that didn't learn how to interact with humans. That's a whole separate thing. Say being weird. Are you his supervisor? Are you his mom? Like, why is it weird? All you have to do, is this at a bar or something? Is this someone you know?
I think it's, what if you give some different instances?
Here's what it is. Here's what it is. Here's how you hit on someone. You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Hi. That's it. And he will either be like, hey, and turn around and be like, hey, how's your night? That's it. You can bring up one thing. If a guy finds you attractive, he will take it from there. If you're having to pry, this guy's not for you. You don't want like a weak beta. You don't want some guy who's like, oh, I don't know, I can't look. Like, why is this man attractive? All you have to do is say hi. And if he doesn't, I think you're mistaking weird for uncomfortable, and life is uncomfortable. So just, hi. Oh, just say something about the drink. Just pick anything. And if he likes you, he will hopefully have the wherewithal to run with it. If he doesn't, then he's an idiot. And you don't want to have sex with somebody that's genetically inferior. Take it from me. Someone who has. So that's it. I am just spitting hot fire today.
Oh, wow. All right.
Right, Scott? You're a dude. I don't want to label, but you're a dude.
I am a dude.
Okay, that's all I
got mad
need
at
for
you?
clarification. Right?
No.
If a cute girl's just like, hi, you'd say hi, and then you'd feel it was incumbent upon you to be like, what are you drinking? How's your night?
True.
This
but
is my dick.
I think that you should just go up and say and tell him, hey, what's up? I'm interested. What do you think?
Men love, by the way, I'm interested. I'm interested.
Or whatever. Be like, hey, I think you're cool. You look interesting. I want to hang out with you. What do you
I've
think?
done
about
that, by the way.
Yeah, it's a good move.
I've straight up, in my younger days, walked up to a boy and just been like, you're cute. And here's the thing. If you're an ugly girl, then he'll be like, thanks. Have a great night. Like, it's rare that a guy's going to be like, get out of my face, Broomhilda. Someone will be courteous enough to be like, oh, cool, I just got to run to the bathroom. And then they ditch you. And I've had that happen too. I danced with a guy all night at Break Room 86. We even kissed.
And then he went to the bathroom and never returned.
I never talked to him again.
Did he say I have to go to the bathroom? Or did
We're
he just
married
go-
now. No. It was like the end of the night. And like I knew, and I was like, oh, maybe this guy in a green turtleneck. Like maybe this is the way to go.
Wait, he was dancing around in
I think
a
I gave him my
turtleneck?
number or something. Who fucking knows? He was cute. Obviously.
Oh.
You have to get over yourself. And I'm trying to like be cool. But like I would tell you this is your friend. Things are going to happen that are embarrassing. It's not going to feel great to be rejected. But like put yourself out there. And you know what? He might be super cute. Like let's say you're at a bar. By the way, she might be like, I work in a lab and this is one of my rats. And I've been trying to talk to him. He might be super cute. And every girl there is waiting for him to hit on her. And he might respond. Maybe he likes a strong woman. And you walk up and you're like, hi. By the way, saying hi is not strong. It's just like a normal thing to do. Just go up there, get to the bar, say something. That's what a bar is for. People, let's not act like we're all not here trying to fuck. That's why you go. So get out there. And if he says no, guess what? You never have to see him again. His loss. Or not. You could be terrible.
Yeah, all kinds of hot famous people are always like, everyone was scared to hit on me. I was so beautiful. No one wanted to talk to me until this troll that I married.
Yeah. Until this really confident, like, Jewish attorney walked up and he's like, hey, how are you? And he's like, oh, that's how Charlotte York Blatt Green or whatever. York Green Blatt. Charlotte York.
Greenblatt?
Something Blatt. Golden Blatt.
Golden Blatt.
That's how.
Harry.
Yeah, that's how she's with her. That's the whole moral of the story. Is that the ugly Jew with a lot of confidence, got the shiksa goddess. Because he wasn't like a weirdo like Trey. That's it. Just talk to someone. I've dated dudes that are super hot, and the number one thing they'd say about me is that I'm super fun, not that I'm attractive. So take that with a grain of salt.
Have you
Smoke
dated
it.
unattractive people?
Sure. No, I'm a little superficial. There's one guy I went out with like a couple times, and like I kissed him once, and I just like wouldn't do anything else. He's like, "Are we not going to make out?" And I was like, "I just can't. You're so small.
Oh, no.
You weigh so much less than me." That's it. Unattractive? Not really. Not really. I've never really. I wouldn't. He'd have to be really smart. He would, for me to like be in awe of his talents.
I feel like you famously did, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Brian Murphy. That one? The fucking psychopath?
I mean,
he
that's
was
one.
unattractive, but was so smart, and I liked his personality.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and look where that got me. So
Well,
go for gold, ladies. Pick the hot ones. The rest of them will try to kill you. Next question.
how do you make lady friends as someone who was formerly that girl who didn't get along with other women?
Full disclosure, he did not try to kill me. I just don't want to get sued for that. It was just a joke, folks. I just don't know where the line is. Anyway. What was
Allegedly.
it? How do you... Yeah, I allegedly don't know where
How
the line
do you
is.
make lady friends as someone who was formerly that girl who didn't get along with other women?
I hate that you label yourself as that girl.
Well, formerly, recovering.
Yeah, but what is that girl? Is
I
that
think-
people think you don't get along with other women, or you didn't want to because you wanted to be the only girl surrounded by hot dudes? You know,
I mean, I think that's often the
case. You know, in my book Girl Logic, which is now available in paperback and retroactively makes a great stocking stuffer, I talk about being a guy's girl and how there's different types, and one of them is, you know, of course you want to be like the queen bee and surrounded by dudes because there's less competition and you get more attention because you're just basically a different species as a woman. But that comes down to not wanting competition and being a little selfish and a little intimidated by other women. And women get a bad rap, you know, and women a lot of times, to be fair, are shitty to each other. But that tends to subside a little bit after as we start to get older and you realize that you need women, as you are realizing now. It's kind of like dating. Like you kind of just feel it out. You go to coffee. I've talked about this with other people. I think we talked about this with Mayim or Rebecca.
talked about it before that, yeah.
Like some girls, like I meet I asked a girl to dinner the other night. We were on set together. And it's like I knew that we were both there alone. And we're not going to be best friends. I liked her. Like we had dinner, we exchanged emails, but like it is like dating. Like it felt a little bit like a date because you're asking questions like, where's your family from? Da-da-da, because we didn't have any connection otherwise. It's just that. And some girls, I say, do you want to get a coffee? Oh my God, totally. And you never hear from them, just like dating. But girls need each other, and real women understand that. So while you're not going to make like 35 new best friends, even if you just get one out of the deal, and that can be your +1 to stuff.
Well, and I just like dating, I feel like my last 2 new friendships that have turned out well, I have basically been set up on. Like
Because of
someone's
me.
been like,
You meet them all
both
through
of them
me.
were through you.
You
yeah,
have an all-female network. You have
Someone
one
else in
guy
your
friend.
life was like, hey, you should talk to this person about this.
Here's what happens. I go out and I make connections and I bust my hump. And Emily, like a feeder fish, just trails behind me like, oh, are you the assistant? I'll make friends with you. Oh, you're the producer's assistant? Okay. Oh, you're the gatekeeper? I'll make friends with you. And I look at her calendar and she's got like drinks with Samantha and Tammy and Alexis and Angelica. I'm like, who are these girls? Like, oh, that's the assistant of the girl that was going to do your podcast, but then she didn't. And this is the Netflix executive and that's her best friend. And we talk about Netflix offices and we compare spreadsheets. You are a catfish.
Well, but there's nothing wrong with if you're looking for, I assume you have one good girlfriend. Like, there's no way you don't have any. Like, you must have one friend.
If you don't have any,
or
you're
you
doomed.
find one through, like, joining a group, doing a pottery class, doing a running group, whatever. Like, you find one the hard way, and then you say to them, like, I'm really looking to
Branch out.
I want to go to the movies. Do you want to go? Do you have anyone that
Hey, I'm going to go do this cool thing.
knitting?
Do you want to come? Oh, you're doing that thing? Oh, I wanted to go do that.
Yeah.
Most people will be like, yeah, let's go together. I am proud to say this and a little disgruntled as I say it that no one's done this for me. Almost all of my girlfriends are friends with each other because of me. Mm-hmm. And like we're talking long-lasting, go to each other's birthday parties when I can't make it friendships. Mm-hmm. And it's all because I just introduced them and we all hung out together enough and they're nice girls. That's the other thing. None of my friends are snobby or bratty. Who don't you like?
They're all fine. Some are nicer than others.
I guess we can talk about this offline. But I look on Instagram and I'm out of town and like they all hang out together.
Yeah.
And so, like, younger, I would have felt like left out. But women, you know, you network with other women. Also, you want someone to go to a bar with. You want fresh meat to, like, go to an event with. Let's go to an art gallery. It's fun. It's fun to have new people because then they show you new people. So don't be afraid. Usually, a girl's going to want to hang out.
Right,
She's
and
a bitch.
get in with a couple and then use them. If you like them, you'll
Use
probably utilize your resources. And if you like them, they'll know people that you might like. Like,
Typically.
just follow that chain all the way on down.
Like, my friend group really varies, but I can say the one common thread. Like, if you're consistently at my holiday parties or my birthday parties, like, you're a nice person. I tend to not make friends with, like, really snobby, obnoxious people, and we're not friends for that long. The core group, they're just, like, nice, and they're willing to talk to people.
Right.
Don't be friends with pieces of shit just because they have yachts, okay? Like, do it
But
for a
if
little
you
bit,
don't,
but-
you can start. If your only friend has a yacht, start there, branch out.
Great advice. Start there. I've noticed that, at least since I've had my babies, that I smell differently when I sweat. Maybe I'm just like getting older. I don't know, but I smell differently. And I don't love that. If I'm on set or if I'm on stage or if I'm doing anything like functioning in public and I don't want sweat stains or to be aware of my stinky, stinky pits, that's when I turn to Lumi Whole Body Deodorant because it keeps me smelling fresh all day. Lumi is seriously safe to use anywhere on your body. Pits, under boobs, right wings, thigh folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, your feet. It's clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. How? Well, unlike certain traditional deodorants that may try to mask odor with a fragrance, Lumi is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts. Lumi's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash or deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get 15% off all Lumi products with our exclusive code. If you combine the 15% off with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off the starter pack. Use code Iliza for 15% off your first purchase at LumiDeodorant.com. That's code Iliza at LumiDeodorant.com.
A hilarious new stand-up special from comedy legend Jim Gaffigan, The Skinny, is coming to Hulu November 22nd. This Thanksgiving, see Jim in a whole new light as he gives you the inside scoop on everything from parenting teenagers to weight loss and gaslighting family members. For everyone in need of a happy hour, the new hilarious stand-up special, Jim Gaffigan, The Skinny, premieres November 22nd, streaming on Hulu.
All right.
I'm excited for this next question.
Here's a question.
I have my answers.
Which they DM'd it, but I feel like they probably didn't care
Why
if
is
it was
this
anonymous.
anonymous?
It was just DM'd, and I just was being cautious.
All right.
So here's a question. In a deathmatch situation, who would win? A city rat or a pigeon? A hipster or a hippie? A carnivorous horse or a cheetah?
These questions are stupid because
you got it. Okay.
they don't really want to
So
know.
many of our questions, people ask you, they bare their soul, and then you call them stupid.
Okay, listen. I'm sorry I've got things figured out. And listen to me, okay? Here's just stupid because the answer is clear.
Okay.
City rat or a pigeon? Obviously a city rat because it has perforated teeth.
What?
A city rat is a carnivore. A pigeon is an herbivore.
What's a perforated tooth?
Like a jagged tooth, like a shark. Serrated, sorry, not perforated. Serrated, like a blade. Rats have little fangs. They've got little teeth that are meant to tear through flesh because they are carnivorous, and a pigeon is not. So the fact that it's of the city and they're gritty is irrelevant.
A pigeon could fly away.
A rat can drag you down. And once
my
you're on his
God.
turf, like jujitsu, like once you're down there, you're fucked, okay? So assuming that they're on some sort of even playing field, That's that. A hipster or a hippie, that's so stupid. A hippie, in and of itself, the nature of a hippie is like no fight. No fight is no war. So a hippie wouldn't even engage. And a hipster has like artisanal whittling knives and whatever other bullshit they make in like weird cities that aren't Portland or Austin, but like the real estate is cheap. So that's it. A hippie doesn't engage. And carnivorous horse or a cheetah, obviously a cheetah because a horse has hooves and a cheetah has claws.
But a horse
you can
is
be a
just so
carnivore.
much bigger and stronger.
A cheetah could take down an elephant. A pack of cheetahs could take down a rhinoceros.
We're not talking about pack. We're talking one-on-one.
Cheetah has claws. Horse has hooves. Cheetah's
Yeah,
more
whack
agile.
it.
It can jump on top of the horse.
All right.
And a horse can be carnivorous while still eating vegetables, and a cheetah is solely carnivorous.
Well, this
Like, it could
horse
be
is
an omnivore.
solely carnivorous. That's what we're determining. That's why there was that.
All carnivores are carnivores. Not all omnivores are carnivores. So it could also eat other things. It could be a carnivore because there's no other option, like a cannibal. I mean, it's just so mind-boggling how simple these answers are.
Okay.
We have a treat for you guys.
Great.
I'm
So
going to sing the theme song again.
no. So several people have asked you what your house is in Harry Potter, Hogwarts. Pottermore is a site. J.K. Rowling just
I'm doing this for you guys.
drawing it
'Cause I love
out
my-
into oblivion. She's like, gotta make that money. So it's the official site where you can get your house.
They're not a sponsor, so I don't know why you're plugging this so hard.
They're not a sponsor. People love it. I hate Harry Potter, and that's lost me friends.
You just don't like popular.
no,
You know what you
genuine,
are? You're oh Jesus. A
contrary.
contrarian. You are a contrarian. You
No,
are
I
contrarian.
genuinely, I don't know why people are still so obsessed with it, but they are. They're so into it.
Can I just say something?
What?
I feel like I'm lagging a little bit on this episode. Like, we've had fun. Like, it's still really smart and funny. And, like, my worst is, like, most people's best. But I am so exhausted because I flew, like, L.A. to Boston, L.A., then the UK, then
Australia.
Sydney, Adelaide, Brisbane, to L.A. just to switch planes to go to Boston. Boston for a week, Dallas for 35 hours, back to Boston for not a scene, one shot, then LA. That Boston LA thing was one day, and I got back last night, and everyone's breathing down my neck for all sorts of crap because everyone's trying to be productive right before we break for the holidays.
It's been really brutal.
So I'm barely holding it together, and I've gained like 5 pounds.
Are you about to start crying?
No, I'm fine. So Pottermore,
So
this is a lot of people are Harry Potter fans. And I watched it the other day on the Sci-Fi Channel with full commercial breaks. The one where they kill that giant griffin bird.
Okay.
When it eats like all those melons. Like that episode.
This is a lot of people's identity.
Sure.
Truly.
So I'm not like mocking your culture. I'm like trying to appropriate it for like a minute to like be a part of it.
Right.
So-
You're trying to figure it out. So I signed you up for a Pottermore account, the only
thank
official place you can get sorted.
Sign me up for all the notifications. Like I want all push
I
notifications.
have it going to my computer.
All holiday discounts.
They don't give you discounts, but they have an official
promo code?
quiz. You can also discover your Patronus. So let's start with the Hogwarts house. I think you'll
What
be
is that?
like the animal, your animal spirit. I took
Oh,
it.
it's not a
mine was
Harry
like-
Potter Patreon account?
No,
Patronus. Here's my tits.
but mine was like a bird, and I was mad, like a ground bird, and I was mad. Okay,
Ground bird. Who would win? A ground bird or a ground rat? City bird.
so I'm clicking be sorted and discover your
All right, let's do
house.
it. Let's do it.
I'm beginning the
We
experience.
got to keep the sound going. People
know.
are sitting outside
Okay.
the dentist's office waiting to hear the rest of this podcast.
Forest or river.
What does that mean?
That you just answer as quickly as you can. Forest or river.
River.
Okay.
This is like one of those
Which-
Cosmo quizzes. Like
Which
which
would
color?
you rather be? Envied, imitated, trusted, praised, liked, or feared?
Praised.
Okay. Which of the following would you most like to study? Centaurs?
No, wait, go back. Not
No,
praised.
we can't. It's
I
too
take.
late.
I changed my
nope,
mind.
Nope,
I'm
First
gonna be,
answer.
I'm gonna be a Slytherin.
Centaurs.
A tangerine.
Which do you want to study? Centaurs?
Centaur, which is half man, half
Goblins.
horse. Goblin, which is a party goblin.
Merpeople?
Nope.
Ghosts?
These are
vampires?
too many. I have to look
werewolves?
at
Or trolls? No, because it's supposed to be the first thing
Study?
that comes to your mind.
this. Okay,
Yeah.
goblins.
Really?
Because
Okay.
it's my brand.
That's your brand.
And werewolves are so over, and vampires, like, give me a fucking break
If
already.
you were attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with you? Now,
Okay,
this
but
list
can I just
is...
say, the point of this is to be entertaining, not just to have me answer.
People want to hear it. People love Harry
but
Potter.
Part of it is the comedy.
Okay, you want to scroll through this yourself? It's
I
a
don't wanna
real
touch your phone.
complicated scroll. Okay.
All right.
Can you
go
guess
back?
which house I got sorted into?
I don't even know the houses.
Okay, Slytherin,
House of
Gryffindor.
Darion. Is it House of Darion?
No.
Beyonce's mom's jeans company?
Gryffindor is the one all the
Okay, wait,
kids are
go back.
in.
So, I picked goblins.
Yeah, I picked goblins for you.
Did I win?
No, we're still answering questions. Okay, if you were attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose? It's a lot of cats, a lot of owls. Let's narrow down a category.
Okay, just read them. I'll write them down. Go ahead.
But it's like 15 things.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so let's narrow down between cat, owl, or toad, or yeah.
Probably pick an owl.
Okay, so out of the owls,
I may have seen all these movies. Go on.
Where
Where would you
read
want
the books?
a scarring birthmark? Your forehead, your dick, or your forehead?
Barn owl, snowy owl, brown owl, screech owl, tawny owl.
Is a tawny owl like Tawny Catan, like the model?
Exactly.
Like a hot owl?
Uh-huh.
I don't know what
It's
that
a
is, so I
hot
guess I'll
old
go
owl.
with snow owl.
Okay. Let's
Because
see.
like she's like wintry.
Which nightmare would frighten you
That's
the
it for the
most?
animals?
Yeah.
I kind of want to do a toad.
No, you
They're
chose.
so vulnerable unless you lick one. Okay, fine.
Which nightmare would frighten you the most? Standing on top of something very high and realizing suddenly that there are no hand or footholds, nor any barrier to stop you falling.
Okay.
An eye at the keyhole of the dark, windowless room in which you are locked. Waking up to find that neither your friends nor family have any idea who you are, or being forced to speak in such a silly voice that hardly anyone can understand you and everyone laughs at you, which is
My act?
your dream.
My dream is that
Your
everyone leaves. Probably the friends and family thing.
Okay.
Do fans still know who I am?
Yes.
So I can always ask for some Venmo.
Which of the following would you most hate people to call you? Ordinary, ignorant, cowardly, or selfish?
Probably ignorant, but that's just in like the world we're living in where everyone's getting called ignorant all the time. But that can end your career. Ordinary, basic people get famous all the time. Selfish is what you need to be in Hollywood. And what was the other one? Bald?
I don't remember. I moved on. Cowardly.
Cowardly. There's no cowardice in Hollywood. Cowards run corporations. Nobody cares. It's all subjective. But ignorant, once you get branded with that, like being a child molester, like it sticks forever. Nobody likes an ignorant person. Go on.
You enter an enchanted
Ignorance is
garden.
also the only one that's self-inflicted.
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
choose
yeah,
to
you
be
can
ignorant.
fix that.
Mm-hmm.
You enter an enchanted garden. What would you be most curious to examine first? The silver-leafed tree bearing golden
This
apples.
is the dorkiest thing
I
ever.
know, but people love it.
Okay, the silver-leafed beef.
Tree bearing golden apples, the fat toadstools that appear to be talking to each other, the bubbling pool in the depths of which something luminous is swirling, or the statue of an old wizard with a strangely twinkling eye.
Ooh. My first thought was toadstool, but I think I like the bubbling thing.
Okay.
I'll go with toadstool.
Go with toadstool.
Yeah, I'm really giving them. I'm not. No category is the same. I'm really giving them that algorithm something to think about.
Black or white?
Black, always, duh.
Oh, okay, you're
You can't
sorted.
say white in this day and age. You can't say white.
What do you think you are?
Am I Slytherin?
No, worse.
Is it like the janitor? Am I like in like the haunted cafeteria?
You're a Hufflepuff.
What does that mean?
I feel like they're nerd. Because Ravenclaw's the
Is that because I
smart
said the
ones.
toadstool talking?
Ravenclaw are smart. Gryffindor are brave. Slytherin are like conniving. And Hufflepuff are like, wait, more about my house. Let's find out.
Oh my god! I'm like I'm riding the bus.
Some of Hufflepuff's most renowned members include Nymphadora Tonks and Cedric Diggory. But did you know that Hufflepuff's house ghost, the Fat Friar, still resents the fact that he was never made a cardinal? Or that Hufflepuff has
They're just
produced the
resentful-
fewest dark wizards of any house?
Oh my god! They're just resentful, unachieving, like no names. Oh my god! It's my yearbook.
Loyal, patient, fair, hardworking, and true. I mean, I would
is
say
me.
that's fair and hardworking. Like, I think you care a lot about justice.
When it comes to me,
Yes.
yes, not other. I don't know.
But people, I think there's been like
I am loyal.
a resurgence. Like, people were like, Hufflepuff are nerds. So then they like took it back and they're like, they're the good house.
So I'm the queen of the incel uprising. The keyboard warriors. Fuck this quiz. I'm a
Do you want
Ravenclaw.
to find out what your Patronus is?
What is that? Is it a
That's
Mexican
like an
beer?
animal. That's like an animal. People now, the Hufflepuffs, listen to Eliza's comedy. You have something in common.
Hey, losers. Here's a podcast
No,
for
people
you.
are going to be really mad.
It doesn't sound
that you
good.
crap on them.
You
No, I
said-
made it sound bad, but now people are going to be.
Well, then,
guys,
hold on. Emily Higgins online. Find her and threaten her. Leave me out of it.
Yeah, that was not your bad.
I was at Disneyland for Christmas, and I found out I was a Hufflepuff, and she shamed me. No.
I know they really are going to be mad. Let's
Okay,
find
well,
your.
I
Ooh,
said
do you
the
want to
rest
do
of
your Patronus or your wand? You want your animal.
Okay, I hate this.
I love it. I think I'm discovering a lot about you.
That I'm like a turd.
Wait, you didn't guess what I am.
I know what you are.
What am I?
A monster. An unnamed monster that comes in the movie theater after it's over and eats popcorn off the floor.
Someone in your work life did ask me, she's like, if I get called a monster by Eliza, is that bad? I was like, no, that's good. I was
know
like,
it
you're
is.
doing
It's
good.
my manager's assistant, Molly.
And she was so
I called her
relieved.
a monster.
And I was like, no, that means you guys are like chit-chatting it up.
Yeah, if I'm calling you a name, it means I have love for you. Like
That's what I
super
told.
East
And she
Coast.
was like, oh my gosh, yeah, because, you know, you guys get along
if
very
I'm
well.
actually calling you a monster, like that's weird.
You wouldn't say that
no,
to someone.
I wouldn't.
No,
I would,
exactly.
I would quietly be like, you need to fire this
right.
dumb monster.
Right. No.
No, she's not a monster.
No, but I was like, no, you're in good. I was like, has she called you her top 5 worst people yet? She goes, no. I was like, oh, well, then you're not like
Emily's
top
five.
level.
You guys are so mentally scarred by me. Like, this is your Guantanamo. Like, has she thrown a shoe at you from across the room and said, get out? No? Well, then she doesn't love you.
There is a person that works there that hasn't met you yet. And she's like, is she cool? And I'm like, because she's a fan. And I'm
Okay,
like,
stop. I
oh,
don't-
she's so cool.
Well, put her in
We'll see how
charge
it
of my
goes.
schedule. We'll see how long she lives. So tired.
All right. Okay. Now we're going to find out your animal. Okay.
Okay.
And this one made me mad. I was okay with the house I'm in. Which
What do you
is
mean? Like my
Slytherin.
spirit animal? Like
It's like a spirit animal.
Did you see Golden Compass? I'm like the only one that saw this.
Yeah, but not for a million years. But yeah, it has Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, it's called your demon. It's like your
Mm-hmm.
animal, and Blanche is my demon. I also noticed I was in an event one time with my manager, and all the celebrities there had their managers, and everyone's manager kind of looked like them. Like I was like in my
Really?
20s and white, and my manager was in her 20s and white, and then like there was a black dude, and he had a black manager, and then there was like an Asian girl, and she had an Asian manager, and I was like, this is so weird. It was a
Kara
long
and
time
you
ago.
have very different
We
vibes,
look nothing
though.
alike, but color-wise, we're both white.
I mean, skin-wise, yeah.
We're both the same color.
Hair-wise, no.
Yeah, she has like the worst hair.
No,
I'm
she
kidding. It's just
doesn't.
fine. She got brown hair.
Okay. Are
All
you
right.
ready for your Patronus? This one we got to answer real fast because
Go.
it just got
I'm
mad
ready.
at me. Now
Go.
it's reloading because it
Go.
said I wasn't fast enough. Okay, discover your Patronus.
Can I already tell you what animal I am?
No.
A
Okay.
one-fanged mouse.
Great. Okay, let's see. Relax. Think of your happiest memory
Like today?
ever.
I had that tuna wrap.
Interpret it how you want.
I can still smell it.
It's zooming around.
Okay, I'm not doing this weird. Oh, it's like giving me a mental
Serve,
exercise.
protect, or seek. Choose.
Seek.
Okay. Look at how it goes through the woods.
Oh, cool.
This
Okay.
is so dumb. It's great for a podcast.
Yeah, this is great, you guys.
I thought I was going to do a normal quiz.
Okay, well, let's just skip it and go to top of the
Smooth or
column.
rough?
Smooth.
Okay. I want to see what your animal is because I'm
rough?
still mad at mine. I took mine twice, and I think
Smooth
the other
poop
time
or
I got a
rough poop. You want smooth diarrhea.
I mean, I feel like smooth isn't neither is good. You want
If you hear
sense, feel, or think.
think. No. No.
Too late.
No.
This
feel.
is how it goes.
Sense.
No. The point
Okay,
is,
go. This is
it's
so-
going.
Oh
you
my
gotta
God.
keep talking.
Okay, fine.
Wait, it's coming up.
But you keep talking over me. So it's
You're
like
so
hard.
close to a Patronus. Something's taking form.
This is the dumbest.
I know it's so
This
good
was
for an
your idea,
audio.
you're like-
Well, I wasn't going to do the Patronus. Safe or free?
Free. Because safety is.
I
is a
feel like I'm your
prison.
psychologist. One more question, and I'm giving you
We
like
can't
a
keep
Rorschach.
talking over each other. People. What? A what?
Rorschach.
I thought you said an abortion. I was like, what the fuck?
Gray,
are you-
white, or black?
Black. Always. Oh, you know what? I like gray.
Too late.
Okay.
That's the point of this quiz.
Well, definitely not white. You
I
spilled.
got.
I spilled on it. Can I just tell you?
What do you spell?
I went to dinner and I wore this Balenciaga sweatshirt that I selfishly bought forever ago. And we went to the worst dinner ever in Plano. And I was trying to cut a shrimp that was rubbery and it got on my sweatshirt. And I looked at my husband and the look the look that I gave was like we lost the baby.
I'm so jealous.
I'm a wolf?
You're cool at. You're
A winter wolf?
just a wolf. Look
It's
at
not
him
a winter
flying
wolf.
around.
It's a winter wolf. Okay, this is so arbitrary. You could answer with different things and they'd be like, here's a wolf.
Yeah, I think, but I did it twice, and once I got like a weird bird, and once I got like a weird deer, and I was like,
You're
neither of
definitely a
these are
weird
cool.
bird. You're definitely a weird bird.
So you got some shrimp on your shirt.
Like, I'm a bird that eats pizza. It's one thing. It's like when you wear white, you're challenging the culinary gods. Like, yeah, don't spell me. I got shrimp all over me. It was horrible shrimp.
You know who can wear white and not spill a single thing?
J-Lo.
Your mother.
My mother. That might be the only time someone said your mother and didn't mean it as like an insult. Winter white. Head
Right.
to
It's
toe.
not a yo mama. It's like
Your mother is very East Coast. Okay, well, I wore a sweatshirt, and then it made me realize how many times we get food on ourselves and just are like, whatever, wipe it off. On a Balenciaga sweatshirt, serves me right. And you know what? I'm going to put OxyClean on blast. I used it like a gel. I let it set overnight. Stain is still there. So Billy Blanks or whatever, like Billy Mays here. I know he's dead, but it's bullshit. If it seems too good to be true, it is, folks.
But is your OxyClean like expired?
It wasn't mine. It was my stepmom's, and probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'm so glad now you've got the Harry Potter people interested. They can talk to you about your shared things.
So I'm a Hufflepuff who's a wolf, but more importantly, what you know about me now is that I own a Balenciaga sweatshirt.
Right. And guys, tag us if you want Eliza to take the wand question. Message. Ask
Okay,
Eliza.
in 8 weeks when we check that. When this comes
In
out.
February,
February, Emily. February.
I can say it however I want because I was born then.
Were you?
Yeah,
When's your birthday?
the 5th.
My birthday's February 22nd.
I know.
Oh my God, I did not know when your birthday was. Okay. Is it top for the cob?
Is it top for the
It's
cob?
top for the cob. Hit it, Scott.
It's the top of the cob. We're doing it right every day.
You just take a bite. Top of the cob. She sounds good. Okay. My top of the cob. I realized this last night. I had a major headache coming home from the airport, and I just kept rubbing my head. And it had been about 48 hours since I washed my hair, and I was pulling out like dead chunks of hair. I think that's my top of the cob. The satisfaction if you have washed your hair and you're pulling hair out, then you're losing your hair. But the satisfaction of pulling out hair when you haven't brushed your hair, like I don't brush my hair a lot, and just taking out those dead hairs that would have fallen out, and a whole
Just
clump
getting a whole hair
that would have
ball.
fallen down your butt crack normally out of the hand, and I let it go into the wind. Love it.
Yeah, and then a bird can make a nest.
Yeah. So that helps. So that's an example of how littering helps an ecosystem.
Well, hair. I saw some hippie posting somewhere on the internet. Like, when I cut my son's hair on the porch, I leave it out there, and then we find nests that are made of blonde hair.
Disgusting. That's disgusting. Also, like, throw it away. You're cutting deliberately. I mean, I guess it's outside, but if everyone did that, we'd just be in a world of hair.
Well, I told you about my neighbor that cuts his toenails and fingernails out his door just into the wind.
God.
And then closes his door again.
People just think that the ether, the environment, is just this like vacuous void where everything you just put your trash, it's fine. Put it in the ocean. We'll never see it again. What goes around does never come around.
So
never.
your top of the cob is ripping your hair out of your head.
Not ripping. It's already out and it's just lingering amid the trees of my hair in the hair forest. All right, you go. Let's hear yours.
My
Let's hear
top
what
of the cob.
Skittle color yours is.
My top of the cob is when I don't like Skittles. When it's cold outside, my cat likes me and she's been sitting with me. I've been having a nice time. Put on a nice toasty blanket. She comes and sits. She drools. As
Interaction.
Mayim said on the podcast, a drooling cat is quite a joy.
That's fair. What you're craving is interaction from another being.
No, from a furry being.
From Prairie Gracie. Yeah, I like it when my dog acknowledges me and she comes over. She's the most vulnerable in the morning
Yeah.
because she doesn't remember the day before how terrified she was. So she comes over and I grab her mouth and I kiss her mouth.
And then you clench your jaw.
I know, it's a problem. Bottom of the cob, folks. Crab with a K. Crab stick. Every sushi restaurant, and it's just like this roll, California roll, with crab, and you have, if you don't put it with a K, and if you put a C, I'm going to assume it's real crab, but it seldom is. Crab is expensive. And the amount of fake crab, why do we have to have fake crab? Just don't offer crab. Why don't we say, how about it's a conglomeration of like haddock, pollock, and some other shitty whitefish that we liquefied, put in a tube, painted half red. Call it candy cane fish. It's so gross and it's ubiquitous. Everything's like, oh, with crab. It's not crab. And if you don't put the K, then I'm paying for crab thinking. And then sushi places are always so shameful. I'm like, is this real? They're like, oh, it's part imitation. I'm like, so you took real crab and mixed it with fake crab? Liars. It's imitation crab. I'm not eating this shit. I don't like crab stick. It's gross. You ever see crab stick for sale?
No.
It just looks like tubes of taffy.
Ew.
It's disgusting.
That's really gross.
Yeah. So you can see why it's the bottom of my cup.
Okay, my bottom of the cup is when you're gone for long periods of time. I don't like
Oh, thank
it.
you.
We've returned now,
I'm here now.
and we'll see how long that lasts.
Back to make your life difficult. That's really sweet. Oh, I should have gotten you something. Okay, my bottom of the cup.
I like your top and bottom. We're
Those
good.
were good.
We're square here.
I like how I also brought up crab stick and you had like no frame of reference. You were like, oh, okay.
I just eat whatever they tell me is something. I say, okay.
Not when I try to give you food. You're like, no, I'll just squirrel it away and eat alone. That's the sequel to Spirited Away, Squirreled Away. And it's about Emily eating a
Hiding
bunch of
foods.
snacks. Yeah, in an other world.
I had to clean out my purse, and there was a crunched up Pop-Tart in there.
Oh, if only some brilliant comedian would like do a joke about like what's in women's purses, you know? And like
It was
their center
unfortunately
consoles.
not a Nature's Valley bar.
Callback to my act, the ultimate callback. This has been another episode. I'm gonna change my voice for this.
Okay. Is this Tamlin?
Okay, I'll have Tamblin take us out.
Hey, you guys. Thanks for listening to another rock-ass, kick-ass episode with two dope ladies who are just like hustling, and we're just rock star mamas out here having fun. Hit us up on the gram or DM us or tweet at us. LOL. I don't know. All right. You guys are amazing. I love you guys so much. Ask Eliza anything. Hashtag Ask Eliza anything. Hit up my Patreon account at Patronus Winterwolf, whatever. Peace, you guys. Happy, love, other adjectives. Fun,
I hate it so much.
pink.